Okay, so we're going to look at 7.8, which is just like our other chapters. We're going to be set up last chapter like we were dividing by 7. We're going to be divided by 8. So if you're in my class, you should be listening to us at the moment. But we're just like we were before. We're going to be using our chart if we want to take care of this, or your multiplication chart or skip counting. So at Stephen's camping store, a firewood is sold in bundles of 8 logs. He has 32 logs to put in bundles. How many bundles of firewood can he make? So first off, we got to think, what will Stephen do with the 32 logs? Well, it says right here, he has 32 logs to put in bundles. So what you would write here is, he will put the logs into bundles. He will put the logs into bundles. So that's the first thing. And what they're going to show us right now is repeated subtraction. We can do arrays or we can do groups, but this is repeated subtraction. So they're going to go from 32 subtracting 8 until they get to 0. So we know that 32 minus 8 is 24. They bring the 24 up. 24 minus 8 is 16. Bring it up. 16 minus 8 is 8. You bring it up. And 8 minus 8 is 0. Okay? So 32 minus 8 is 24. It goes up, goes just like that. And how many problems do we have? Well, we have 1 problem, 2 problems, 3 problems, 4 problems. So we subtracted 8. We subtracted 8 4 times. Okay. So Stephen can make 4 bundles of firewood, which tells us that 32 divided by 8 equals 4. And you just do the same thing right here. 4. Okay. And it says, use multiplication facts. Remember, 32, our dividend, is the same thing as what our product is in multiplication. So 32 divided by 8 equals what? Well, we know 4 times 8 equals 32. So 32 minus 8 is 4 and 4. Again, I know this way is doing this way right now is a little bit different. My little tablet thing that I use is the pen's not working, so we're using this little editor, and it is kind of neater. I might work a little bit faster, but if you need to pause, please do. So this is the way that my class, Mr. Heaver's class, has learned the most. So Stephen has a log that is 16 feet long. If he cuts the log into 2 pieces that are 2 feet, how many pieces will he have? So we have 16 divided by what equals 2? Well, so we're going to go over to our 2 and go all the way down to we find 16 and then go over again. So we know the unknown factor is right here, is 8. In my class, keep this page open, because I know you guys don't have name tags on your desk right now. Keep this page near, because when you're doing your lesson, you can go back and look at this chart, okay? Or if you use the ones at your desk. So yeah, we know we have 16 feet, and they're cutting pieces of 2, so they go over to 2, find 16, and that right here tells you how many pieces. So we know that the square will be 8. We know that 8 times 2 is 16. And we know that 16, delete it. We know that 16 equals 16. So Stephen will have 8 pieces. Okay. Remember. All right. So now we're doing repeated subtraction again. They did 24 divided by 8. Start at 24, subtract 8. Got 16. There's 1. 16 minus 8 is 8. That's 2. 8 minus 8 is 0. There's 3 problems. We got the 0. So 24 divided by 8 will be 3. Now, just like we did on the other ones, we got to find the unknown factor that fits both equations. So 8 times what is 56? So let me go up here. 8. Got to find 56 right here. Go all the way over. It is 7. And that's going to fit both equations. 7, 7. What times 8 equals 40? Okay, well, let me go over here and find 8. Go down to 40. Go all the way over. It's 5. And that's going to fit both of these equations. So 5 and 5. Now, 18 divided by 3, this is just review. We know 18 divided by 3, you can use your chart, but it will be 6. 48 divided by 8 will be 8. 56 divided by 7 will be 8. And 32 divided by 8 would be 4. So we have 7, 7, 5, 5, 6, 8, 8, 4. Now this one says on your own. Let's make this true. 6 times what equals 18? Well, we know that is 3. We should know that's a review. So 18 divided by 6 will be 3. This is a tough one. 8 times what equals 72? Well, I'm going to go up to my chart. Find 8. Go all the way down to 72. Then go over 9. So it's going to be 9 here. And 72 divided by 8 will also equal 9. Find the quotient. These are reviews. So it's 24 divided by 8. This one's going to be 7. 42 divided by 7 is 6. 8 divided by 64 will be 8. 1 divided by 8 will be 8. 14, 15, 16, 17 through 20. We got to find the missing variable, which means what number will fit. So 16 divided by what equals 8 is basically saying 8 times what equals 16. We know that's 2. What divided by 8 equals 2? 2 times 8 equals what? Well, we know that's 16. We're working backwards now. 64 divided by what equals 8? 8 times what equals 64? Go up here. 8 times, go down, find 64. 8. What times 8 equals 10? Well, we know 10 times 8 equals 80. Or triangle times 2 equals 10? Well, we know 10 times 2 equals 20. 40 divided by square equals 8. Well, we know 8 times 5 equals 40. 25 divided by k equals 5. Well, we know 5 times 5 equals 25. Remember, that's just working backwards like we've been doing. The dividend will be the product in a multiplication. 54 divided by n equals 9. So we haven't learned our 9s yet. So let's go back up here. We're going to have to find 9, go down to 54, and go over. It's 6. So it says, write a word problem that can be solved by using one division fact above. I'm going to write one, and I'm going to see if you guys can solve it. So we can say, Mary had 16 lambs and put them into groups of 8. How many lambs were in each group? So our problem is going to look like this. We know Mary had 16 lambs and she put them in groups of 8. So she has a total 16 lambs. Okay. Good division sign. While I'm getting this division sign, make sure you guys are copying. So Mary had 16 lambs and put them in groups of 8. So we know our equation is going to be 16 divided by 8. And we know that it will be 2 groups. Remember, you have to pause it. The next, we got to make it true. So we know 6 times 6 is 36. I know 19 minus 15 is 4. And I know 40 divided by 8 is 5. So we have to make this equal 36. 32 plus, I already said it. It's going to be plus. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it in there. Hold on. Nope. Plus. Good enough. So I know 32 plus 4 makes 36, so that's true. We got to get 12 and 3 to get to 4, where I'm going to use division. Just not let me paste. Hold on. Copy. Oh, man. Well, we know this is going to be division. 12 divided by 3 makes 4. We got to get this to 5. Well, we know 35 blank to get to 5. We know this is also going to be division. I can't get the division in the box, but you guys can see it. I'll even highlight it. These are the right answers. Okay. Hope you guys got this down with this. The next one. Kyle has 4 packs of baseball cards. Each pack has 12 cards. If Kyle wants to equally divide the cards among his 7 friends, how many baseball cards will each person get? So first we have to find our total. All right, so we know he has 4 packs with 12 in each card. So our first equation is going to look like this. 12 times 4 equals. And we got to figure out what 12 times 4 is. Oh, that's hard to do. So I'm going to go up to my multiplication chart. I'm going to, we don't have 12s. So we are going to have to do it. So if we skip count 12, we have 12, add 12 again, 24, and then double that. 24 and 24 make 48. So he has 48 cards. And he wants to 4 packs. He wants to give them to his 7 friends. So our next equation is going to be 48 divided by let me see if I get this one. It's going to be 48 divided by 7. 7. Oh my goodness. Hold on. I clicked the wrong button. 48 divided by 7. It's going to be 8. I'm sorry. It's himself and 7 friends. So don't let that fool you. I know one of our practice homework, him and his 7 friends. One of our practice homework had a question just like that. So 48 divided by 8. Well, that's a tough one. Let me go up to my chart and look. I'll go over to my 8th column, go down till I find 48, go straight over. Each friend's going to get 6 cards. And this is your final. 6 cards. The next one, we're going to use this chart to answer these. It says there are 32 people who plan to camp over the weekend. Describe 2 different ways the campers can sleep using 4 tents. So we have 32 people that want to go. Describe 2 different ways the campers can sleep using 4 tents. So we're going to have to try to make 32 by using 4 tents. So let's take 32. Let's just add. So we know a cabin makes 10, okay? A cabin can hold 10 people, so let's use 1 cabin plus 1 vista plus 1 trail. I'm going to use 1 of each. So if I use 1 of each, I have 10 plus 8 plus 4, which makes 22. But 32 people are going. So I have 22, and I need to get it to 32. So which one of these numbers can I add again to make 32? Well, it's simple. It's the cabin. The cabin adds 10. So if I add 10 to 22, I'm going to get 32. So it's it's going to be 2 cabins, 1 vista, 1 trail. There's one way. The other way. Okay. The other way is we can make 32 by using 8s, but how many 8s makes 32? Well, let me just go off this one. We know that 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 will equal 32. So this is the other way we can do it. 4 8, because 8 times 4 makes 32. And this is just going to be 4 vistas. 4 vistas. Those are the 2 different ways that we can make 32 from those numbers. But that was a pretty tough question. But you could have 2 cabins, 1 vista, 1 trail, or just 4 vistas. Make sure you get this copied down. Pause it right here if you need to. There are 36 people camping at Max's family reunion. They have cabins, tents, and vista tents. How many of each type? How many of each type of tent do they need to sleep 36 people? Exactly 36 people if each tent is filled, and explain. So we're doing the same thing we just did, but we have to make 36. Okay? 36. Well, if we would do cabin, cabin, cabin to get 30, we can't do 8 or 4 because we can't add those up to make 6. So it can't be all cabins. But I do want 1 cabin. So let's work right here. Oops. So I do want 1 cabin. 1 cabin for 10 is 1 cabin. let's see if we can get 8. So let's do 8, which is a vista, one vista. Let's do another 8, which is one vista. And let's see what our total is. We have 10 plus 8, which is 18, and then we add 8 more, which is 26. So we now have 26, and that's good, but we have to get it to 36. So how do I get 26 to 36? I add another cabin. Now you guys don't have to write this down where I'm doing it on here. So you do have to write this down. The family will need 2 cabins and 2 vistas. So in the equation, 10 plus 10 plus 8 plus 8 equals 36. Ten plus 10 plus 8 plus 8 will equal 36. I'll give you a moment to copy this one down. And pause it if you need to. This one says Josh is dividing 64 bags of trail mix equally among 8 campers. How many bags of trail mix will each camper get? Well, we know our equation. We're working with 8, so it's going to be 64. See if I still got my division sign. 64 divided by 8 equals. That's a tough one. We're still learning our 8. So let's go up to our chart. We're going to find our 8s, go down to 64, then go over. It will be 8. 8 bags. Okay. So remember, go back and pause any of these if you have to. A quick thing is if you are trying to watch the YouTube version and it will not let you, it comes up that oh no thing. Look at the bottom of that page and you'll see a username and password. Just type your login to Schoology. Okay. If you get down there and type your login to Schoology, it should let you go to it should let you go on. Okay. Now it says circle the unknown factor and quotient. What's one makes these true? Well, we know 8 times 8 makes 48, and 48 divided by 8 will also be 8. I'm sorry, I messed that up. 8 times 8 is not 48. I was looking at it as 64. No, it won't erase, will it? It's not 8. It's actually 6. So 8 times 6 is 48, and 48 divided by 8 is 6. See if I can trash these. Good enough. So it's 6. Now down here, this is just like we've been doing. Describe what strategy you will use to find 48 by 8. Well, the strategy we use today, they use the subtraction method. So subtraction method. And I'm just going to show you what they would be. It would be 48 minus 8, which equals 40, comma. And I would take 40 and minus 8, which would equal 32, comma. And I would do 32 minus 8, which equals 24, comma. Spaces out. Actually, I'm going to do it like this. Then I would do 24 minus 8, which would equal 16. Then I would do 16 minus 8, which would be 8. And then I would take 8 minus 8, and it would be 16. So I know those are, there we go, that's a little bit better. And once you get these down, we would count how many problems we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, 16, 8 minus 8, not 16, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we would know the final answer would be 6. Okay? You might want to pause on this one to get all those problems down. All right. You guys know how to do the lesson check. It will be on Schoology once you finish my class. Be good. Other than that, you all have a good one.